Dear student, welcome again in our YouTube channel. Today we will discuss the part second of Cbse class 10 science topic chemical reaction and equations. In previous part we have discussed what is meant by chemical reaction, what are the characteristics of chemical reaction. In this class we will discuss about how to write chemical equation, how to balance chemical equation and different type of chemical reactions. So let us start with the definition of chemical equation. See, chemical equation is the method of representing chemical reaction with the symbol and formula of substance is known as chemical equation. For example, if you consider the reaction between zinc metal and dilute sulfuric acid to form zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas. In word, we can write this as zinc plus sulfuric acid gives zinc sulfate and hydrogen. How to write this in symbols? The symbol for zinc is Zn. Sulfuric acid is H2SO4 gives ZnSO4, that is zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas. So you have to observe here we have written the symbol for each element and compound. The left hand side are called reactant and the right hand side are called as product. This we have discussed in the part first. Both are separated by arrow that goes from left to right, which shows the direction of reaction. Now let us discuss how to write balanced chemical equation. Now balancing chemical equation is based on the law of conservation of mass, which states that the mass neither be created nor be destroyed during chemical reaction. Or in other words, we can say that the number of atoms of each element in reactant and product side must be same. Let us consider this with one example. Suppose we have reaction between iron and water to form Fe3O4 plus H2. So here if we count number of atoms in reactant side and product side of each element present in the reaction such as Fe, hydrogen and oxygen. So number of atoms in reactant side is Fe1, hydrogen 2, oxygen 1. But in product side it is 3, 2 and 4. So clearly it shows that the number of atoms in reactant and product they are not equal. Hence this reaction should be balanced. So to this we use whole numbers as multiples. So if you write here 3Fe as there are 3 atoms of iron in the reactant side, product side. So we write here 3. Now we have 3Fe balance. But now consider oxygen. Here we have 4 oxygen atoms. To balance them, we write 4 in front of H2O. So we get 4H2O. But now hydrogen are unbalanced. To balance them, we write here 4H2 and now this reaction is balanced. But still there are something that should be written in this reaction, that are we should mention physical state of each reactant and product in this reaction to give us more information. Second thing, we have to indicate that whether there is a heat change, either heat is taken or released. That is it endothermic reaction or exothermic reaction? The third thing we should mention, there are conditions under which the reaction is taken place. Consider with example. Suppose we have to represent the states and we know that each matter is present in either solid, liquid or gaseous state. Sometimes if it is a water solution, we write it as aqueous. So S is written for solid, L is for liquid, gaseous is denoted by G. Consider with example. We have reaction 3Fe and we know that ion is in solid state. 4H2O, water in vapor state, gaseous. Fe3O4 formed is solid and hydrogen is in the gaseous state. So we have written here S, G, S, G for their states. Another thing, the second reaction, carbon monoxide react with carbon monoxide react with hydrogen gas under the condition that 340 atmospheric pressure. So this is written above the arrow as shown here, 340 atmosphere to give methanol as a product. The third reaction is a reaction of photosynthesis in which plant use carbon dioxide and water as a raw material, taking sunlight and in presence of chlorophyll pigment, they form glucose, oxygen, water and release energy. So here we have mentioned CO2 aqueous, H2O liquid forms glucose soluble in soluble form, aqueous form, O2 aqueous dissolved form and H2O liquid plus energy. And above the arrow we have written sunlight and chlorophyll.